All right, hello and happy Thursday, everybody. Hopefully your Thursday is treating you well. It's beautiful outside. Hopefully you've gotten outside and had a little bit of fun time. Okay, today's work, what we're going to be talking about for our language is going to be commas. Adjectives we've discussed a lot Monday and Tuesday. We took a break yesterday, going over commas today. Here is also the reason why we're going over commas. Our paper of the day we're going to do out loud together. All right. So in my classroom, what we do is we put up little bullets next to our word that we're going to be talking about for today, because these are going to be the main places that we use them. Okay, so for today, we're going to use commas to separate three or more items in a list. All right? Our first job for our commas is we're going to separate three or more items in a list. Our second job is the comma goes between the date and the year. Today is April 16th, comma, 2020. The date, April 16th, the year 2020, and there's where your comma goes. And our third place is it's going to comes after introductory words. And we're going to spend a little time on those in a minute. Introductory words. So, let's discuss these things. We're going to do a problem for each one of these three things. Okay? So again, separates three or more in a list, comes after the date, between the date and the year, and then comes after introductory words. So now let's go ahead and let's write these out. Again, if you're taking notes, you're awesome. Thank you. If you're not taking notes, that's fine too. But let's go ahead and get down to these things here real quick. It says an introductory word would be something like this. Wow. The number one would be like, wow, this is a great book. So wow would be my introductory word. This is a great book. And then I go ahead and obviously put my period there. So wow is my introductory word, and my comma goes after wow. My second example would be, let's see, the book is about, let's say we're going to talk about lizards, dragons, and snakes. Why about those things? I don't know. They just sound pretty cool today. Lizards, dragons, and snakes. So where does my comma go? And there we find our list. The book is about lizards, dragons, and snakes. It goes after the first one and after the second one. So my commas would go here and here, separating my three items: lizards, dragons, and snakes. And then for the third example, it would be he was born, let's say December, could have gone something shorter than that, but okay. December 21st, 1872. It's an old man. So he was born December 21st, 1872. What is the comma going to go? Where is it going to go? Between the date and the year. December 21st and 1872. So that right there is how we're going to do our commas. Okay? So again, one last time. Commas, they go between or after the introductory word, like wow or yes or whatever. No, comma, I don't want to go to the store. Yes, comma, I do want ice cream. The book is about lizards, dragons, and snakes. So if you're going to make a cake, I know one of my kiddos was baking the other day. Her mother took a video of her and she listed the ingredients she had in the cake. So each ingredient would have a comma after it. And then this one, it just happens to be the date and the year. Okay? So that is all for our commas. Again, go back if you needed to write that stuff down, go ahead and go back and pause it. Write it all down if you want to. If you don't want to, cool too. Project of the day for commas. Write a couple of sentences and insert the commas where they go. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to spend a little bit of time on the distributive property. The distributive property is kind of hard, especially for young ones, but it's also really helpful for those kiddos that are understanding multiplication. So our distributive property basically will look like this. Let's say I have, let's say 8 times 16. Okay? So a lot of kiddos will look at that and freeze because 8 times 16 is tough. So what we can do with the distributive property, what we can do is we can take this 16 and break it down. Okay? That's what we're going to do. We're going to stick with the 8. I call the 8 my solid number. 8 is not going to change. The 16 will change. And what are we going to change it into? Well, I know what 8 times 10 is, and I know what 8 times 6 is. So watch this one. What I can do is I can say, instead of 8 times 16, I can say 8 times 10, put that in parentheses, put my plus, and put more parentheses for 8 times 6. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking one big problem and I'm separating it into 2 easier problems. So then all I have to do is 8 times 10 is 80, plus 8 times 6 is 48. And then all I got to do is put 80 over 48 with my plus sign. 8 and 8 times 4, or 8 plus 4 is 12. And then I'm done. But see how the meaning behind this is to make the problem a little bit easier for the kiddos. Because I know 8 times 16 would be tough for the third graders, but yet 8 times 10 they get, 8 times 6 they get, put them over the top of each other, add it up. Double-digit addition is something they already know to do. So again, just makes it a little bit easier on them. And then another easier problem. I kind of started out with a tougher problem. Let's say they want to do an easier one. So you do something to the effect of 7 times 15. Okay? Again, break it up. Take it and make it into 2 easier problems. So 10 and 5 would be, or 15 would be 10 and 5. 7 times 10 and 7 times 5. Again, just all we're doing, distributing the 15 out to 10 and 5, making it easier. 7 times 10 is 70, plus 7 times 5 is 35. 70 plus 35 is 105, and I am done. So today, what I want you to do, before I go any further, they've also got another way that they do it. I've seen problems like this. 6 times, parentheses, 3 plus 2 equals sign. Well, the way to work that problem out is do the 6 times 3 first. So 6 times 3 is 18. Then 6 times 2 is 12. Then all you've got to do is add up your 18 and 12, and you will get 30. Okay? So again, 6 times 3 plus 2. Do the 6 times 3. Then do the 6 times 2. Or if you really want to get really easy, what you can do is the 6 times 3 plus 2 is 5. So anyway. But again, kiddos, parents, distributive property. It's a little bit more complicated. It's a little bit harder. But yet what it does, the meaning behind it is to break it down to where it makes the problem a little bit easier for the kiddos. All right. So again, that's all you've got to do. Any questions, comments, or you need any help with anything, holler at me. Distributive property, make it your friend. Don't make it too hard on yourself. Commas, man, simple, easy stuff. Making sure that you separate 3 items in a list, making sure that they go between the date and the year, and then making sure that they come after that introductory word. So anyway, any help, any suggestions, anything you need, let me know. You got my number, most of you. If you don't have my number, right below this video, write me a message. You want to show me your work? Cool. I'm excited to see it. Again, love you guys. Hopefully you have a wonderful Thursday, and I will see you tomorrow for our happy Friday. See ya tomorrow.